Hello, good morning, students. Today I am discussing the topic latitudes, longitudes, and time zone. First, before discussing about latitudes, longitudes, I want to discuss something about globe. This is how our Earth looks like from the space, and this is globe, and this is a flat picture of our Earth. This is not how actually our Earth will looks like. This is how our this is how our Earth looks like from space. And in the Earth there are 7 continents and 5 water bodies. You all know about that. And in our Earth there are some important lines the geologists have drawn like this. Like these lines you are seeing here, no? These lines are called as latitudes and longitudinal lines. First, I am discussing about this latitudinal lines. See this picture. This horizontal line you are seeing here, right? Horizontal line, this horizontal lines on Earth, on globe, are called as latitudinal lines. And see here, this line, vertical line, this vertical line on globe is called as longitudinal line. Okay, students, latitudinal lines are horizontal lines like this on Earth. Vertical lines on globe are called as longitudes. First latitude, this first latitude is 0 degree latitude. It will divide Earth into equal halves: northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Okay, students, 0 degree latitude, from where it will starts. And next latitude is 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, like that. Okay, and 0 degree longitude is called as prime meridian or Greenwich meridian. This 0 degree longitudinal line is called as prime meridian or Greenwich meridian. Why it is called as Greenwich meridian is this line passes through a city called as Greenwich. That's why it is called as Greenwich meridian. Understood about 0 degree latitudes and 0 degree longitudes. And 0 degree latitude is called as equator. 0 degree latitude is called as equator. And why we want these latitudinals and longitudinal lines? Students, here this is the example of why we want latitudinals and longitudinal lines. We want those latitudinal and longitudinal lines because to locate some countries or some important places on Earth. Take for example this India only. Where this India is exactly located, if you want to know. See here, on which degree latitude and on which degree longitude it is located. See for example here, 30 degree north, 30 degree north, and see here 90 degree east. Latitude is 30 degree north latitude, 30 degree north latitude, and 90 degree east longitude. 90 degree east longitude India is exactly located. This is why we want latitudinal and longitudinal lines. And everyone know about rotation and revolution. I think the if you don't know about rotation and revolution, just see here. This is sun. This is our earth. Our earth is rotating on itself in 24 hours and it is revolving around sun in 365 days. This is called as earth itself rotating is called as rotation. Earth revolving around sun. Understood about rotation and revolution? Earth rotates 360 degrees. Earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. It means these are longitudinal lines, right? Like these lines, we have eastern side also and western side also. And the earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. So 360 divided by 24 is 50 degree. In 50, every 50 degree longitude, it will cover 1 hour. Okay, when it is rotating, when it is rotating 50 degree latitudes, sorry 50 degree longitudes, it will take 1 hours. Next one is zones of earth. There are 3 zones in our earth. They are see here, torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Why it is called as torrid zone? Green mark you are seeing here, no, this from here to here, this is called as torrid zone. Why it is called as torrid zone? Because sun rays directly hit to this zone. The intensity of sun rays is more in this torrid zone here. The intensity in this region is more. And next one, the intensity here in this zone is less, means temperate. Why it is called as temperate? Means middle. It is not more cold, it is not less cold. That's why it is called as temperate zone. And next zone is called as this zone is called as frigid zone. Why it is called as frigid zone? Because the intensity of sun rays is very less here. Intensity means stronger. Stronger rays are hitting in this zone. Less stronger rays are hitting in this zone. That's why it's called as frigid zone. Here we are going to see frozen area of our earth. Next very important topic is international dateline. International dateline. As I told already about the lines, these lines on earth, we have these lines, vertical lines. These lines are called as what? Longitudinal lines. All longitudinal lines are straight in our earth, but only this line you are seeing, no, this line on red mark, only this line is zigzag line. Why only this line is zigzag line on earth? This line is called as international date line. Why this international date line is very important? If someone crosses from here to here or from here to here, he want to change his date. That's why this is called as international dates line. international date line. You just see the line now. This is called as international date line. And the importance of this international date line is, if someone crosses this line, he want to change his date. For example, this man crosses this line means, if he reach here means he want to change his date. If he was in 1 means he want to change 2, like this example I am telling. Okay, he want to change his date, that's it. Next one is, see, for example, if international date line passes here means, it was passing here means, see, this is Northern America, this is Russia. Okay, see, this is Northern America. In Northern America there is country USA. This Alaska is a country, belongs to USA, America. This is Russia. If someone is celebrating New Year on Russia, if he come to Alaska next day, he can celebrate New Year here also. Understood this one? If not means, again see here, everyone know about eastern direction, western direction, right? This is east, this is west. Moving west, someone if moving west means, if someone is moving west like this means, he will lost 1 day. If someone is moving east means he will gain 1 day. Why he will lose? Because the sun rays will first hit in this regions. The sun rays will hit first in this region. At last it will hit here, because earth always rotates. Earth always rotates from west to east, like this it will rotate. That's why when it was moving from west to east means, first sun rays will hit in this region, okay. That's why when someone is moving west means he will lose 1 day. If someone is moving east means he will gain 1 day. At last, Indian Standard Meridian, Indian Standard Time, or it is called as Indian Standard Time. I told you about degrees, right? Degrees, latitudinal lines and longitudinal lines. These are which lines? These are longitudinal lines. These are longitudinal lines. And 82-degree east longitude, we have International Standard Time. Why International Standard Time? Because our India's location is 97-degree east to 68-degree east. If we don't have Indian Standard Time, in this region there is different time, and in this region there is different time. In Rajasthan, Gujarat, there is different time. In Assam, Nagaland, it will be different time. That's why it is a mean time we have. In this region, what is the time we set for? In this region, whatever the time is, we set that time to here also and here also. That's why we have Indian Standard Time, and it is located on 82.5 degree east. And we are 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich meridian. What is this meaning? We are 5.5 hours ahead from Greenwich meridian. It means, see this picture again. 0 degree longitude starts from here, right? 0 degree longitude starts from here, and India is located here. What I told, this is east, this is west. Whenever we are moving eastern side, we will gain 1 day. Whenever we are moving west side, we will lost 1 day. It means from 0 degree to Indian Standard Time, if for example take Indian Standard Time is here, this is Greenwich meridian. From here to here there is 5.5 hours difference. This is exactly it mean. That's it, students. Understood everyone? I'll just recap everything. What all things we have discussed now. Globe I discussed, and latitudinal lines. These horizontal lines are called as latitudinal lines. These vertical lines are called as longitudinal lines. And 0 degree latitude is called as equator. 0 degree longitude is called as prime meridian or Greenwich meridian. Earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. It means 360 divided by 25, if we made means 50 degree it will come. It means in 1 hour our earth will cover 15 degree longitude. And why we want longitudinal lines and latitudinal lines, all I discussed in this picture. And next, the zones where the sun rays will hit directly, this is called a torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. And why we want international dateline, I discussed this one. Whenever someone is crossing from here to here or else from here to here, the date he want to change. Why? Because our earth is rotating from west to east. When it was rotating, sun rays will hit directly in this region first. That's why when we are moving here we will lose 1 day. When we are moving here we will gain 1 day. That's it. Okay, whenever we are moving western side we will lose 1 day. Whenever we are moving eastern side we are gaining 1 day. And last I discussed Indian Standard Meridian or else Indian Standard Time. Thank you, students.